What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult?
Sometimes we can run away from meeting people, being friends, people that want to be our friends, or you just see somebody that you just really like and you just want to be friends with a person. Your adult life, what friendship lesson have you learned in your adult life? Has anybody showed you pepe? Has anybody actually made you feel bad as a friend in this your adult life? Because we know that when we're growing up, we might not really know much about friendship, but now that you know what you want as a person, you know what you're looking for from a friend. Has anybody ever showed you any problem being their friend? Let us have conversation down in the comment section. Let me go ahead and roll this clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult? Mine is that you cannot expect a super passive friend to ever really have your back. Here's what I mean by that. You know those extremely passive friends that like almost are people pleasers to the extent where they have no opinion? It can be the littlest thing, like, where do you guys want to get dinner tonight? Oh, I don't care. We can go wherever you want to go. They never give strong input. They never really stand for anything. And here's the issue with that friend. If they are ever in a room where your name is being brought up in a negative way, they will never stand on their 2 feet and defend you. In fact, even worse, sometimes they might even join in on the conversation because they're just followers by nature. They're also not the best friends to go to when something is wrong because they're not going to give you good advice. They're just going to tell you what they think you want them to say. And I've had a lot of friends like this in my life that I've had to learn the hard way. You just can't end up really trusting them. I feel like they're fine to be friends with in social and casual settings, but if you are looking for a really great supportive friend that you can lean on, these type of friends are not it.
As an adult, our lives can be very busy. You're trying to make money, you're trying to do this, you're trying to learn this, you're trying to do that. And sometimes most of us don't even have time for friendship. But there's sometimes you can't just run away from having friends. There's some it might just be one person that is just both of you got each other's back and they are your friend. I know that as an adult, you might be growing up and you might have like 20, 30 friends or 10 friends. But growing up, you realize that you don't even need so many friends. And some people might end up with just one or two friends. Some might not even end up with any friend. Do you have a friend? Do you have a friend? Let us know down in the comment section. So a lot of people came to talk about the things that they're looking for in adult friendship, the things that once they see that red flag, they're out of the friendship and they're just trying to warn people about friendship and all of that. Let me go ahead and roll the stitches for you all to watch to the end. And I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as
If you're a kind and empathetic person and like the least bit forgiving, you really need to find people that can match that for you. Friends who can't or who are unable to be like selfless or generous, they're gonna drain you of everything. And you might think, no, they won't. They're a good friend to me, and I don't mind doing things for them because it doesn't bother me and I'm a good person. But I kind of know that they wouldn't do it for me in return, but that's okay. It's actually not okay. And you're going to get to a point when you're so emotionally drained and exhausted. And if you ever say anything, that's it. And unfortunately, you're probably going to be the only person in the situation who feels hurt. The other person might feel annoyed because at this point they feel entitled to you. I think people should seek friendships with people who are able to provide a similar level of like companionship and generosity that they're wanting to receive.
what is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult?
Meeting people and making a new friend in a new city is really, really hard. In school, you always had the same classes and clubs with the same people, and now you don't have that anymore outside of work, and it's always smart to have friends outside of your coworkers. It takes a lot of effort to put yourself in situations to meet new people as well as show up again to continue building that relationship. I always struggle with meeting someone just a one-off kind of intro, friend date, and then it kind of fizzles out because you really need to put the time and the effort into getting past the awkward stages, and that takes literally like 50 hours. There's an article on it. So it's a lot harder to make friends and actually deepen those relationships without the effort when you are old.
What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult? Mine.
Expecting to always be close to everyone that you ever meet is not healthy in the long run. As you lead in an adult life, people's lives change, their lifestyles, their needs, their wants, their responsibilities, and it can't stay the same as it was when you were in high school, middle school, all that stuff. You are definitely better off with just trying to make meaningful interactions when you can, scheduling them, versus just expecting everyone to always send you I love yous or I miss yous. Because at the end of the day, you also have your own life to lead, and the people who care will reach out.
And conversation goes both ways.
What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult?
Not every single one of your friends is going to be a close friend, and that is okay. Like, I only have a few people in my life that I would consider best friends, like sisters almost. I also have friends that I only see in other social settings. Going out friends is a big one, so these are people in my life who I quite literally have nothing in common with, but whenever I go out with them socially, we have a blast and it's so much fun. Friends who I honestly just catch up with a few times a year because we don't have much in common anymore because we've grown and we've changed. And on that note, outgrowing friends is so normal because if you're not growing and changing, there's something wrong. Yeah, not everyone in your life is going to be your best friend. You're not going to hang out with every single friend multiple times a week, all the time. And that is so okay and so normal.
What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult?
If you clock that someone is projecting jealousy onto you, plan to end that friendship or distance yourself from it immediately. I mean, I guess you can have a conversation about it, but 9 times out of 10, people don't even be in their bodies like that to even give names to what they're feeling. They're telling themselves stories about what they think they should feel. And jealousy is an energy that comes with baggage. It comes with insecurity. It comes with guilt. It comes with shame because, oh my God, why do I feel this way? So chances are, if you bring it up, the conversation is not going to be productive. So choose yourself and seek peace in this situation. And as I'm recording this, I'm thinking of one particular friendship. This is someone who I perceive to be doing better than me materially, but for whatever reason, I was a target for their nasty behavior. And it started when I started moving on up in life. It was a lesson I learned the hard way because I too was not in my body, and I would gaslight myself into thinking this situation, I'm making it up, it wasn't too serious. And I give myself grace because I was very young in my early 20s and I didn't know any better. But it wasn't until she started giving me really horrible advice out of nowhere. She started just being really mean and nasty to me, belittling me any opportunity that she got, making my accomplishments out to seem really small. She started, so it was a group of 3 and there was triangulation involved, and she tried to turn the other person in our group of 3 against me. It was terrible. It got to the point where every time I saw her name pop up in my phone, I just had an anxious response. And our friendship actually ended for different reasons, but I could have saved myself months of anguish and torment had I just clocked the behavior and moved on with my life. So trust your gut. If something doesn't feel right, examine what's going on, but don't stay in a situation where someone is projecting such bad energy onto you.
What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult? Mine is that you cannot expect...
Mine would be to remember that some people don't want friends. They want people that's going to agree with the BS that they do, which is incorrect. And once you don't agree with the BS that they do and how they treat other people, or want to see them not be the best for themselves, and you have something to say about that, they get very upset and they think that you're not being a great friend, but you are being a great friend. There's just certain things you're not about to deal with, okay? And sometimes those friendships have to end because who you thought I was. Bye. Okay.
What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult?
There are some people out there who only talk to you so they can talk about you. These people do not like you, and no matter what you do or say, they are only going to use your life to feel better about themselves. And these people can be your best friends. Like, they can hide it very well. They infiltrate your inner circle, they build your trust, and the moment you find a minute of success or happiness, they will expose themselves as your biggest haters. These people want to be in your life only because they want to keep tabs on you. And so when that friendship inevitably goes to shit, which it will, because it was doomed from the start, there is nothing you can do or say to stop it because this person was never your friend to begin with. These people will be happy to help you when you're down because it makes them feel better about themselves. But pay attention to who's there when you're doing well. Pay attention to who's celebrating your successes with you. Pay attention to who goes AWOL and is conveniently too busy to hang out when you're doing really well. And don't blame yourself when the friendship fails because it's their problem, not yours. Don't dim your shine for other people.
What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult?
For me, I need friendships that have substance. I need I can't do superficial friendships. I need us to actually relate to each other. I need us to actually be compatible with each other. I need that when we go out and when we hang out, we're actually conversing about each other and getting to know each other and talking about our feelings and holding each other accountable. We have a relationship. So I want to relate to you and I want you to relate to me. I want to be able to go deep with you or stay on the surface. There's too many friendships out there where it's like it's superficial and you can't really go deep. You're afraid to talk about certain things. You're afraid to touch on this topic. You're afraid to tell them when they're wrong. I can't do that. And I've had to let some of those friendships go. So, yeah, I need depth. I need substance in my friendships.
What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult?
As you raise your standards and expectations for the company that you keep, you will truly start to see who your real friends are. What I mean by this is, especially in your 20s, as you grow and mature, you're going to raise your frequency and raise your standards and expectations, not only for yourself, but of course for the friends that you have. If a friend of yours responds negatively to you setting a higher standard or higher expectation for yourself or for the company you keep, it means they do not respect you. It means that they want you to stay as the lesser version of yourself because it suits their needs better. And in addition, it means that they don't want to grow alongside with you. And from my experience, that's when I've lost friends. But at the same time, I'm not going to accept anything less than what I deserve. And I wouldn't accept that in a friendship either. So
What is a friendship lesson that you've had to learn the hard way as an adult?
Not everybody's your friend, right? And that's okay. Like, that's what I've realized in my latter years of life is that not everyone is your friend, and that's okay. Being okay to compartmentalize coworkers, acquaintances, certain people that you hang out with, certain different kind of activities that you go to, that is okay. Friendships are about who you can pour into and who also can pour into you. Some people love your energy, some people love being around you because of the energy you exude, but they really aren't your friend, right? They're wanting the coattails, they're wanting the ride, they're wanting to see like how they can use your energy for them, because sometimes paying attention to the people around you, you can see like when you start doing well, when you pour into others and then you start doing well, pay attention. That's when you pay attention, because when you start doing better than your friends, that's when you know if they're your friend.
So is it just me or I'm not alone? I don't really have so much friends like that. In fact, growing up, I don't really keep friends. I have friends, but I don't keep them because I don't know. I can't keep friends actually. So my adult life, I just feel like I have like two close friends. They're very close, okay, and which is okay. And for me, I feel like when I see a vibe from a friend, probably you're not straightforward. I feel like that's one thing that I don't like about people. You're not straightforward. You're lying. You're trying to be competitive with me, or you're not happy when something good is happening to your friend, or probably because see, you can be friends with someone and the person might be progressing more than you. How do you feel? How do you take it? If as a friend you don't take it well, you're jealous, you're being competitive, or you're like envious and all of that, that is a bad vibe from a friend. And I feel like I don't even have such friends around. I don't have people like that around. In fact, if you're trying to be my friend and I sense that competitive, lying, not straightforward kind of thing, I won't pick your call. I won't even reply your message again because I don't like bad vibe. I don't like bad energy. And because I kind of give in my all to people, so I feel like that is why I'm very selective. If I want to be very close to people, I'm just trying to be like, I kind of watch people first before I show the kind of attitude, before I show my kind of attitude. I kind of watch who you really are. And if I see that, okay, you're not my vibe, I just put you on side. So I feel like that's why I don't have much friends. And I like it like that because I don't have to be accountable for anything. You see, some people are like, "Oh, I have a friend. If I don't do this, she's upset." And I'm like, "Must you do it? You should have a friend that if my friend call me today and be like, Maria, let's go out today," and I'm like, "I'm not going." I don't have to lie to you and tell you reason why I don't want to hang out with you or I don't want you to come to my house. I'll tell you that I don't want to. My friend knows that okay, maybe she's not in the mood. I don't have to have a friend that I have to be lying to. I have to be smiling even when I don't want to smile, even when I'm in a bad mood. I have to change my mood. Those kind of friendship. I don't think they are. I don't know. I don't know because I don't have experience with so much friends, but I see people come to complain about the kind of friendship they have. Some will say I've had this friend for a very long time, and they're kind of secretive. They don't tell you things and all of that. I can relate, okay? And I just feel like I feel like the number one thing you need to run away from is a friend that is very competitive, very jealous of your success, and very envious and lies. I don't think I can stand a friend that lies, because once I find out that you're lying, that I feel like that's the end for me. I don't have time. That's the end. Like the friendship is over. And it's not like I'm not going to talk to you anymore. We're going to talk, but we can't be so close as we're supposed to, if that makes sense. What is your own take on adult friendship? Are you like me that don't have so much friends, or you don't even have any friend at all? At least I have one or two. At least I have two close friends. Yes, I have two close friends. What is your own take on adult friendship? Do you think we adults we even need close friends at all, or we don't even need at all? I feel like we need close friendship. I feel like there's some days that you just need that one friend that you can run to and call and go out with, travel with, do things with. I feel like we need someone like a sister that got our back all the time, through thick and thin. Okay, I feel like we all need that. I feel like we need that therapy. Anyways, what is your take on this conversation? Let's talk about it in the comment section. And thank you all so much for tuning in today. Chagol Maria David. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And kindly turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified once I upload another interesting video. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.